So, small correction. While I was correct about the northern French nobles heading south to grab the land that was occupied by the nobles that had committed heresy by embracing, and basically treason too, by embracing Albigensianism. Um, Catharism, Gnosticism, Western Bogomelism, Neopolitanism, whatever you want to call it. Um, I believe I said it was Mount Segur. I believe the last stand was at Moret, and it was Simon de Montfort who was outnumbered like 10-1 and still beat the Cathars. Um, I believe it was September 12th that happened. No, September 13th. But Gnosticism. Um, and this is something, whenever you see the self righteous Gnostic YouTubers out there like Gnostic Truth or The Gnostic Truth, um, it's these people, and even Sticks Hex and Hammer 666, who I like a lot of his videos, but he can't. His videos about Gnosticism, he can't get 30 seconds in without making gigantic errors, like the definition of the pleroma or gnosis or logos. I mean, logos is hard to define. You know, it's not. Translating logos into word is really an injustice. You know, in John chapter 1 verse 1, actually the first chapter of the Gospel of John, translating logos into word is an injustice, or it doesn't do it justice, I should say. But these people should probably be reminded that the Gnostic point of view, and this just cuts across all Gnostic forms of Gnosticism, what you want to call it, Manichaeanism, um, Valentinianism, whatever, the forms of Docetism and Marcionism and blah 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 blah, Basilidianism, the Ophites, the Sethians, uh, whatever half-baked form of Gnosticism people come up with. Well, there are things that make them Gnostic, and there's basically three things. It's matter is a corruption of the spirit. As I had said before, we're in these flesh bodies that are just evil. The world is evil and fallen. Or I should just say the world is corrupt because matter is corrupt. Um, and the spirit is good. Man must seek through knowledge to find his own salvation, um, and his way out of this fallen world and back to God. And God has made this possible by sending a Savior, Jesus Christ. So it's kind of funny when the Gnostics rip on Jesus. The only Gnostic group I can think of that rejects Jesus is the Mandaeans. Although I'm not so sure that they do, because they're so heavily influenced by Paul, obviously influenced by Paul, that I think they just reject Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad just to piss off everyone else. And they're highly secretive. Again, they're a Gnostic sect, so what do you expect? Matter is evil, right? And the worst things are sexual desire. The worst act is sex, is sexual intercourse. Or to the worst of the worst act is sexual intercourse resulting in a pregnancy and the birth of a child. Newborn babies our natural instinct to go, oh, how cute, you know. The Gnostics recoil in horror at the idea of a beautiful summer day, of the sunset, of newborn children, of sex, of they want to destroy their passions. Not like the Orthodox. They want to destroy even the natural urges of man, because that comes from his physical self. This is why the perfecti starve themselves to death, because eating food, you're ingesting material. And this material universe, this material world, was created by the demiurge, an evil god, an archon that was so stupid and so far removed from the true God that he thought himself to be God, and he created the physical universe. Usually this demiurge is equated with the God of the Old Testament, the God of the Jews, Yahweh or Adonai Elohim. Yeah. So, when anybody, I mean, the Gnostics, the Gnostic channels that are out there, and I'll put an asterisk next to Pandora's Box, but, and I believe Life, Liberty, and Love has left Gnosticism, but the Gnostic channels that are out there, right, with exception to those two guys, are they Valentinian? Are they Basilidian? Are they Manichaean? They have no clue. They just make it up as they go along, and they don't even know the basic terminology. It's kind of like if you asked a Christian, oh, what does crucifixion mean? What does the word miracle mean? What do you mean by virgin birth? What is an angel? What is a demon? What is the end of days? Every Christian, no matter what his denomination or creed, is going to know all these things. A Gnostic should know what gnosis means, what the pleroma means. We have the pleroma in Orthodoxy. It's in the Bible, as well as gnosis. But they should also know who the demiurge is, or what the demiurge is. Possibly Barbello, the monad. And I mean, I could just go on with all the wacky terminology of the Gnostics. But yeah, it really winds me up when I run across people talking about Gnosticism. And I think I was being too generous when I said stick, sex, and hammer. Within 30 seconds, he already got it wrong. I think it was somewhere closer to 15 to 10 seconds where he made the first error, where it's like, that's factually incorrect. That the statement you just said, the words that you just said, are incorrect. That is not the meaning of gnosis. He was describing gnosis, which is just a Greek word for knowledge, with the connotation when talking about Gnosticism as secret knowledge. He was describing the gnosis as if it was the pleroma, the fullness. All right, peace to you.